seré toda la vida mientras viva. Por amor soy de ti, por amor, 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 por amor. Welcome to El Latino Rudio. My name is Javier Luis.
Johnny Boricua Prince Dones. Bienvenidos.
Did everybody survive the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't even like hip hop.
Yo,
And
that-
I dig the show because you know what it
halftime
was?
show was
It was
hot.
it was our era.
It was our era.
It was our era. It was for all the old fogies to get up and dance.
It was nice. It was very
But there was,
nice.
of course, controversy. You know, Eminem taking the knee, Snoop Dogg getting high before. Come on.
Well, wait
People
a
always
minute.
find
So
something stupid to talk about.
Let's talk about Snoop Dogg getting high before. Snoop Dogg gets high before anything.
That's what he's known for. Besides his rapping.
So why
He's
did
known
they
to get
even
high.
point that out?
You know what it is you know.
There's going
what
to be
people I'm
talk
talking
about.
You know what people I'm talking about.
And those are the same people que lo hacen.
Of
Calladito.
course, of course.
Bien calladito.
There was a guy on TikTok. He goes, everybody's talking about this and everything. Bro, I smoke a joint before I have my coffee. I said, bro.
It was a hot show. But wait, you know Snoop Dogg has somebody that he hired to roll his joint?
$50,000 a year he pays his to roll his joints.
$50,000 a year.
Bro, págame a mí. You ain't got to
roll
worry
his
about nobody
joints.
smoking your stash because I don't smoke pot. I roll them up all day long, bro,
that's
till my
some
fingers fall off.
easy money.
What? 50,000 al año, bro.
That's crazy.
Hook me up with that.
Everybody looked good. I mean, they sounded good. Mary J. Blige looked good.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre.
I have to admit, I didn't know who she was. I'm not a huge fan of hip hop, like I
Right,
said.
yeah.
But that was from the era back then.
Yeah,
You know, that
yeah.
was,
No, me encantó.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of the football, but you know, my focus was the concert with a little bit of football in it.
Yeah. So
Wait. So that was your weekend?
Yeah.
Cool.
Saturday was normal. Stuff.
Yeah.
I went with my brother Nelson to a friend's house,
Okay.
and we just hung out. It was only a couple of us and stuff. Brought my son with me.
Okay.
Friend, tenía un billar and he had a basketball hoop and stuff
Right.
like in the arcades.
Yeah.
And my son se entretenió. He had fun.
Good.
My Spanish is kind of slipping
Let's
today.
give some shout outs here. We have Manny Dones watching. Hey, what's up, Danny? I mean, Manny. I said Danny. I said Matt. Manny. You know what I mean, brother.
Yeah, you forgot to tag me.
And Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie, for joining us. Hold on. Let me tag Johnny before me arranca la cabeza. Johnny Boricua Prince Doni.
Yeah, Johnny
Okay.
Prince Dones que no sabe jugar.
Okay,
Know how to
está
play
bien.
with his phone.
Aquí estamos. Bueno, my weekend was good. Aside from the football game, we saw a little bit of that. I went away to Connecticut.
Oh, nice,
Chilled
nice.
out for a little bit.
Okay.
Of course, it was snowing big time, and it was cold as hell, and the windshield wiper froze. And
Really?
It did.
Wow, that's
It
when you
went-
got to throw up the antifreeze
Man, come
or
on.
the windshield wiper,
It-
the one that handle the cold weather.
It froze overnight, though.
Oh, you had to take.
Yeah.
You had to.
Yeah, overnight. Anyway, we took it back, and everything was cool. Good weekend. Hey, Lourdes, what's up? Thank you for chiming in.
Yeah, Luis
Yeah.
Ramirez, thank you for I see you too.
Oh, Louis, ¿qué
Yeah,
pasa, my brother?
I'm
What's
just
going
tripping
on?
over my words today.
Oh yeah, I see you too.
Yeah, right.
Oh, let's talk about the first nominated Latina to be nominated judge in California.
Yeah, in California to be Supreme Court judge.
Supreme Court judge. Her name is Patricia Guerrero, and she's the justice for the California 4th District Court of Appeal, and she has been nominated to serve as an associate justice of the California Supreme Court. If confirmed, Guerrero would be the first Latina to serve on the California Supreme Court. She is of Mexican parents.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's 50 years old, and of course, started off with humbling beginnings, and her experience range from a respected jurist with extensive experience as an appellate justice, trial court judge, partner at a major law firm, and assistant U.S. attorney, according to news and resources.
Oh, it's an impressive resume there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations. Well, she's nominated. I'm hoping that she gets
I
it.
hope so too, but you know how they're gonna drag her through the mud. They're gonna
Of
pick
course.
up where one time she dropped her plate in a restaurant and didn't pick it up or didn't give a tip. You know how the petty stuff is gonna start coming out. But I hope she gets nominated.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope so
Yeah.
too. So yeah, look out for her. That's one to look out for. Congratulations.
Cool. Yes.
And,
Congratulations.
it takes some serious commitment to
Absolutely,
get that far.
man. And that's a lifetime appointment if you
That is.
get lucky to
That is.
be
Not to
chosen.
mention the money's good.
Absolutely, that's guaranteed money.
Good. Oh,
Hasta
there
el
she
día que te
goes.
mueras si quiere.
Hi,
Yeah,
Patricia.
there she is. She's a cutie too. She doesn't look her age. I'll tell you that much.
No, she doesn't.
She does not look her age.
She does not.
Very young looking.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Nathan Thomas is watching. Thank you for chiming in. Let's talk a little about. Everybody knows this is Black History Month.
Right.
And oh, Johnny, we got an issue.
My mic is
with-
broken.
It's clicking. Your mic is clicking. Catch it. There you go. It's Black History Month, and
Is this on? Me.
okay, hit some notes.
It's on.
Okay, so we want to recognize the Afro Latinos as well as African Americans. We want to recognize those in the Caribbean, South America, Central America, and we've come up with 10 names of people who have left an impact on the Afro Latino community, and people who actually embrace being Afro Latino, because of course it's still a stigma.
Absolutely.
You know.
I'm not black.
Yeah.
You black. Date quieto. You black, bro.
I don't know about you, but on my mom's side of the family, we're Black Puerto Rican.
You see my grandmother,
Yeah.
La Negra. They
Negra.
call her La Negra for nothing.
Yeah, Negra.
You know?
I remember Negra.
Yeah, you kidding me, bro?
Yeah,
I
and my
embrace
father's
my
side is white
my
Puerto
African
Rican.
culture.
Yeah,
that's what makes us unique.
Yeah.
Of all the Avena, you put them
Yeah.
all together and look what
Yeah.
you get.
Yeah.
You get the Puerto Rican.
Yeah. No, I embrace my ancestors. I embrace my
Absolutely.
African roots. I mean, I've gotten very clear stories of what my grandfather told us about his mother, his grandmother, and their great grandmother, great grandmother, and how they came from Africa to here. It was just,
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah,
I wish they could have wrote a book about that.
Oh, you don't, man. You never know. They might dig up on one of those archives one day.
Yeah.
Dig into a cave or something and find some stuff,
Sure.
man.
You know,
That'll be awesome.
one
because
day-
a lot of it is speculation, and
Yeah.
and every material you can dig up, especially because you had entire African tribes
Yeah.
wiped out because they were brought here.
Yeah.
And dropped off wherever
Yeah.
in South America, Central America, the
Yeah.
Caribbean,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So you got people that have no identity.
Right. The
It's sad.
transatlantic slave trade was huge. It went everywhere,
Yes,
every
they
part of
dropped
the
them off
world.
everywhere.
But one thing that me and Johnny were talking about before we get to the 10 famous Afro Latinos is that we were talking about how interesting it would be to actually do one of those DNA tests.
Yes, I want to do
Right?
it. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it, but I think it's like $99 or something. I'm really curious.
You know what? I'm going to order
To
it.
know-
Probably either tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to order mine.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm going to order it.
Wait
From
for me.
Ancestry.com.
Ancestry.com.
When do you get paid? Friday?
Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay, we wait for tomorrow.
Yeah. There goes $100.
Yeah, right?
Forget the cable.
Yeah, right?
No, but I'm very curious to see what it says about
Yeah, because
my background.
Manny did one
Yeah.
years ago, but I think it wasn't an in-depth one like maybe they do now.
Right.
And we found out we have some Nigerian in us, we have
Yeah.
British, and we have from por todo lado.
See,
But it wasn't completely. It wasn't a complete one.
Right.
Because we have now. My last name Dones is
Yeah.
a unique name.
right. I was curious. Where
My
does that name
grandfather
come
on my
from?
father's side, father 43. 43 kids.
Wait, your
My
dad?
grandfather on
Your
my
grandfather.
father's side,
Whoa.
and
Okay.
and I have over 300 first cousins.
Wow.
We got family, bro. We got family in the Philippines, all over the world.
That's
but the biggest
amazing.
concentration
Yeah.
of Dones, besides in the United States and Puerto Rico,
Yeah.
is in the Philippines.
Really?
Yes, I was looking it up. I said, "Wow, tengo familia, voy para allá."
You know, and the thing is about this DNA test is for somehow, some way, it connects you with family members you've never met before.
Absolutely, Absolutely. And you hope it's the ones that didn't want to keep it that way.
Right.
Because some people have gotten some horror stories. But you know what? If I go in and present it, hey, we figure, oh, yeah, that's nice. Okay, well,
Yeah.
I won't bother you anymore.
Yeah. Interesting.
Doesn't make any
Interesting.
difference to me.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
I just want to check it out. I'm going to try it. I want to
I'm
find out
very
how long
curious.
it takes.
Um,
Stay tuned, folks.
Stay tuned for that one. So let's go right into a hidden identity, the 10 famous Afro-Latinos to celebrate during Black History Month. The first one is Celia Cruz, the queen of salsa.
Azúcar.
Still makes people shake their hips even after her death in 2003.
Wow, that long ago?
Yeah, man. I got to tell you a story right after this. The Afro-Latina, Latino, or Black Latino identity is one that still has some stigma, as we were talking about. According to the 2010 census, only around 3% of Hispanics identify as Black alone.
Wow.
Entiende?
That's a shame.
That is a shame. And, I mean, we got to educate. And, it's also part of our upbringing.
Yeah, but also también, it's like, yo, the Latinos go, yo, they already treat us bad. We say we got Black in us too, they're even worse.
Yeah.
But no, man, embrace yourself, man.
Yeah.
Embrace your whole culture, especially if you come from a multicultural society like in
Right.
Puerto Rico.
Right.
We have, bro, forget it. I
We
love
have
it.
everything.
I love it.
Well, Celia Cruz, popularly known as the Queen of Salsa or the Queen of Latin Music, this Afro-Cuban proudly embraces her heritage through her music. Her career as a musician started in Cuba back in the 1950s, where she first received the name La Guarachera de Cuba because of her popularity in singing guaracheras. When Cuba began to nationalize the music industry in the 1960s, she moved on to Mexico and later into the United States to continue her music career, where she became increasingly popular during this time, releasing countless successful songs. She had a total of 37 studio albums.
Yeah. And you know
That's-
something? At the time that I was working for Ralph Mercado,
Yeah.
Celia Cruz was the only artist to sell the most tickets ever at Madison Square Garden when she was either headlining or in the show, period.
Wow.
She sold more tickets than any other artist in the world, any
Well,
genre
for
at the
good,
time.
For good reason. I mean, look
Absolutely.
at Celia Cruz or Celia Cruz.
Absolutely. And Ralph Mercado, he'll sell out Madison Square Garden easily.
Yeah.
And but it's funny. When I was working for them when I was a kid, you see Edie Chacon,
Yeah.
Ruben Blades on TV, Celia Cruz, Tito Puente, and all these and everything. Goes, oh, wow, I mean, you're starstruck and everything. I worked with these people.
I know. I'm jealous of you right now.
You don't know. I worked with these people, and it was
I'm
like,
so
boom.
jealous.
What's up, compi? Aria Ponte's online. He's on the air.
Artie, welcome.
And, bro, it was awesome. I didn't work for them very long, but the experience, man, it was like, you see Celia Cruz come in, and you go, bendición. Dios me
Right.
lo cuide, mi hijo.
Right.
It was like, bro.
That's amazing.
What?
My story with Celia, I got to see her in her last concert, and it was I don't remember Izzy from Around the Way.
Yes.
Yes, she's the one who invited me, Maggie, and my family, and she had extra tickets, and we went, and it was her last concert.
Nice.
And then when she passed away, I remember I snuck out of my job. I don't know how I didn't get fired, but I snuck out of my job to wait for her carriage to come in and see the casket being carried into the cathedral.
Wow.
And then during the wake, me and my family members, we were online for 3.5 hours.
Wow.
waiting
You
to
got
see-
in, though, right?
We got in, and I kid you not, we were here, and her casket that was the closest I've ever
Wow.
been to. She looked just as beautiful as she did on stage.
I was there before the crowd started coming,
Yeah.
and I did my little prayer. I got to,
Yeah,
le di su
man.
besito en la frente and everything, and I
We'll never have another
kept on my
Celia.
way. No, nowhere near it, man. Nowhere near it. But she's legend, legacy, icon,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it, bro. A saint,
Trendsetter.
whatever.
Trendsetter.
Trendsetter, exactly. George G goes, Johnny was crazy at RMM. Not as crazy as you, Georgie.
No, but you know what? The thing I admire about Celia is that ella metió mano en todo.
Oh, absolutely. She had a
didn't
hand in
sti-
everything.
Right. She didn't stick to just one style of music. She sang everything. Salsa, merengue, what is it?
Latin freestyle. Remember
Latin
she
freestyle. She did a house song.
Yeah.
You
Celia
know,
Cruz didn't play. But you know what? It was funny. I would ask Celia, tú no tienes fogona, no tienes enoja. Y no, para eso que tengo Pedro. That's it.
Yeah, Pedro was very protective of her.
Everywhere, Celia, if you see Celia on stage, either look stage right or stage left,
Yeah.
Pedro was there.
Yeah.
Pedro would not leave her side, bro, because he took care of her.
You know, he had to.
Yeah. Ralphie would raise his voice, and Pedro would look at him.
Yeah.
Pedro, and he had that, bro. He was blacker than black,
Yeah.
and then white hair and white beard, bro.
That was very
Oh,
distinguished.
my
He was a
hell
very
yeah.
distinguished looking
But
man.
you know something? You could see the African features in this man.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
bro, they were like pounding out. I said,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, they had their
Un
trouble
hombre
when
elegante
they,
too. He was very
when they
elegant.
first started dating. They had their trouble. He was a womanizer. He had his
Yeah.
women on the side, and Celia
she
broke
fixed
up
him.
with him
She
like a
fixed him
couple
up.
of times, and Celia was like, "You want to be with me? This is the rules."
Yeah, that's right. That's
And
right.
ever since, Pedro did not leave her side. He knew what he had.
Oh yeah, he knew
exactly
She's a great
what he had.
woman, man. She's a great woman.
Yeah. Bueno,
Not to
that's-
mention she had a million wigs.
whew, and shoes.
Ooh,
Those are
get it.
originals. Let's go to the next person, Rosy Perez. Born in Brooklyn, New York, this Afro-Latina proudly embraces her identity as a black Puerto Rican. She got her first movie role in Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. You remember that movie?
Oh yeah,
That was a
Who
great
could
movie.
Who could forget the movie?
Mookie!
Yeah, right. Not
from-
many people look at her face.
No. Oh, yeah, no, not that part. Not that part. From there, she went to continue her acting career in the movies like White Man Can't Jump and Fearless. Her career also included being a choreographer, author, dancer, and a talk show host. She was involved in, she's an activist, a huge activist
yes.
with the community, Puerto Rican community. And she's a huge and is, hold on, she was in a documentary called Yo Soy Boricua para que lo sepas.
Right. I haven't seen it, but I heard about it. I've seen a trailer.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's interesting. I want to check it out.
Yeah, and she's a huge advocate for AIDS and HIV,
Yes.
especially in the Latino community.
Now, what's this Pacha? Pacha.
Bacha, I believe, is an organization, an HIV. Yeah, it is an organization.
Oh, okay. 'Cause that I never seen.
I didn't look
never
this
seen
up,
that.
but yeah.
I've never seen that.
So yeah, Rosie is somebody else. I actually did a show where she hosted. It was really nice meeting
Okay.
her. You want to talk about the next one?
Yeah, okay, let's
Go
go.
ahead.
Next up online is Zoe Saldana.
Yes.
Saldana's most recognized for her roles in the two of the largest grossing movies of all time, Avatar and Avengers Endgame. Born to a Dominican father and a Puerto Rican mother. Puerto Dominican.
Perfect
Woohoo!
combination.
Yeah, right? And she makes no apologies for her identity as an Afro-Latina. She has been very outspoken about her experience as a black Latina. In multiple interviews, she rejects the notion of Afro-Latinas should be ashamed of their heritage and
Yeah.
instead should be proud
Yeah.
of their indigenous African roots. Absolutely.
Do you have any family members that you find that are kind of still racist?
No,
towards-
you know what? I don't.
Good. That's very good.
I really don't. Even I got cousins that are as white as a sheet.
Yeah.
They know where they come from. Because, I mean, it's funny because to deny
Yeah.
your identity that everybody knows, it's kind of stupid.
Yeah. I mean,
not- it's not
unfortunately,
smart.
I
It's
do
not.
have some family members that deny
Well,
their
you know,
heritage.
I mean,
you know
they
what I'm saying? Or they don't deny it, but they won't
won't say it.
talk about it.
Right.
Or they would not say, I
Right.
am.
I mean, I don't know why.
Afro-Latina."
I mean,
Or
you know what?
Latino.
And 9 times out of 10, it's a very stupid reason
Of
for them
course it
not to
is.
want to identify as.
Of course, they're just kind of self-sabotaging themselves,
Basically.
or blocking their own blessings. Because when
Yeah.
you accept who you are, you're just embracing everything, and your blessings just
Absolutely,
flows.
man. Then you can echar pie para adelante.
Claro, you don't know what the opportunities knock when you
No,
embrace
no, you're right.
everything. Pedro Knight was such a nice guy.
Yes,
says
he was.
George.
And George worked with them more than I did.
He did.
So George can give you some more stories when he comes.
George
on the
is coming on next week, people.
show. Yeah, whoop, whoop, Chinese
Yep.
food for everybody. Yeah, we got some stories, bro. We're gonna have some fun.
All right.
Let's go to the next one.
Yeah, go ahead.
We got medium Jimenez Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Roman used her experience as a black Puerto Rican to pave the way for Afro-Latinos everywhere.
Yeah.
Her book, The Afro-Latina Reader, History and Culture in the United States, gave credibility and recognition to the Afro-Latino identity, and it made great strides to promote understanding about what a black Latino is.
Yeah.
During that time, there weren't many attempts to confront the complexities surrounding Afro-Latinidad, so this book was one of a kind.
Yeah. I got to get that book. I mean,
Yeah, it's
I would
very
love to
interesting.
actually have her on the show.
Yeah,
You
that'll
know.
be like
I would love to have her. She's very deep. Next person is Elizabeth Acevedo. Proudly identifying as Afro-Latina, Acevedo is not ashamed of her Dominican and Puerto Rican background. She has found major success as a poet and author. This is largely due to how she involves her own experiences as a black Latina in her work. Acevedo, she's a very pretty woman.
Yes, she is.
Acevedo, don't drool. No drooling.
It'll go into my beard, so you won't. It won't drip. That's why I grow the beard.
Acevedo
Lucky they don't
observes a
see
lack
me drooling.
of... What happened?
They don't see me drooling.
Yeah, we don't see you at all, though.
We see the
You're
top of his
hiding
head.
over there. Acevedo observes the lack of diversity in children's book, especially for people who look like her, and saw it as an opportunity to share her voice. So far, Acevedo has written 3 books: The Poet X, With the Fire on High, and Clap When You Land. The Poet X was especially successful. It is a New York Times bestseller, Carnegie Medal, and National Book Award winner. Acevedo herself has won multiple awards, including the Boston Globe Horn Book Award Prize for the Best Children's Fiction of 2018.
All right, Miss Acevedo.
People
Get
are
yours,
doing
girl.
It, doing it, doing it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Y la otra?
Maritza Correia McClendon.
Yes.
Okay, she got an oh, wait a minute. I'm going the wrong way. Espérate.
Don't
One
go the
moment,
wrong
please.
way.
You got to turn the page.
Don't go the wrong way. There you go.
Okay, now we have Maritza Correia McClendon. Correia McClendon has the honor of being the first black Puerto Rican to join the U.S. Olympic team.
Yeah.
Very interesting. In her youth, her doctor discovered that she had severe scoliosis and suggested that she take up swimming as treatment. Despite her condition, Correia McClendon went on to make history by setting American and world swimming records. Throughout her career, she has won countless NCAA championships and even brought home a silver medal for her performance in the 400-meter freestyle at the Summer Olympics in Athens, Greece.
Look at that.
Ah,
Look at that. It's like, one thing can lead to another thing.
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
who would have thought that a doctor's recommendation to swim to help alleviate her condition would lead her to an Olympic winner?
yeah. But, it goes to show also when a doctor recommends something,
Yeah.
and you may never have thought about it, and you say, you try it, you go, oh, wow, I could do something with this.
Yeah.
And there you go. She's
Yeah.
the perfect example of it.
Yeah, because, the thought of swimming, I've used to do some laps, but damn, I
yeah,
get
I
tired
swim,
quick.
but I don't swim like a regular swimmer does.
Yeah.
You keep the head down,
Yeah.
you bring it up once. No, my head is always up. I'm not a real swimmer. I'm not a real swimmer. No, not even that. I'll do the regular. I'll do the regular things, but I'm going like this.
Yeah.
I tried
That's-
that like this and everything,
yeah.
and I just can't get the breathing
It's
right.
not easy. It's
So,
not
no,
easy,
it's not.
man. It's crazy,
Do the backstroke.
right? All right, next person is Esteban How do you spell Hostis?
No.
Hatis?
We don't pronounce the H.
Otis.
Otese.
Otese. Mira, I'm very Americanized right now.
Me
all
lo
right?
dice.
Give me a little break. Esteban Otese, a recently discovered fact in 2015 by academic Edward de Jesus. Esteban Otese was the only known Dominican to serve as a Tuskegee airman during the
Whoa,
World War
I didn't know
II.
that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Though raised in New York City, he immigrated from the Dominican Republic as a child at the age of 4. According to Tuskegee, excuse me, I'm not used to that word, airmen, Tuskegee, I said it right?
Yep.
Airmen were those who participated in a program aimed at teaching African Americans how to properly operate aircrafts. Very interesting, very interesting. He passed away at the age of 26 years old in 1945.
Wow.
Wow.
Very young. And it's funny if you know about the Tuskegee Airmen,
Yeah.
they had one of the most impressive kill records against
Really?
the enemy in the entire war. And they
Interesting.
just used them as a joke. It was an entire wing of all black people,
Right.
and they had the worst equipment, the worst airplanes. You got to see the movie.
Well, they set him up.
You have to. Yes, it was a setup, but they proved their worth.
Yeah.
And of course, they still got stigmatized and their backlash and everything else. But they proved their point.
Right.
They proved their point.
Right. Okay. Vamos para la próxima.
Esperanda Spalding.
Yes.
All right, she looks like a musician.
She is fabulous.
Yeah.
When you have a chance, listen to her.
Okay, born to an African-American father and part Hispanic mother, Spalding is comfortable with her identity as an Afro-Latina. As a child prodigy, she began learning and playing instruments at the young age of 5 years old. Since then, she has become a proficient player of guitar, bass, the violin, clarinet, the oboe, and a few other instruments. Wow, that's great.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Spalding is best known for her work as a jazz bassist and singer. That's unheard of for a woman. And during her career, she has earned multiple Grammys for her jazz music. She is recognized as the first jazz musician to win a Grammy in the Best New Artist category.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Esperanza.
No, she's
All right.
she's bad. She's
Yes,
badass.
yes. I'm finding out these things myself.
Yeah, I saw a performance where she's a very sexy woman, very sexy. She came out.
She
in
looked
this
very elegant here,
amazing-
even though she's holding that bass.
Yeah, she came out in this short skirt with these heels, holding the bass and singing at the same time, singing jazz for that matter. I'm like, you are incredible, incredible. That's a gift.
And you know, it's sad that this history is not readily available in this country.
It's not,
It's
and
not.
a lot of
You have
people
to-
don't
you have
know
to go out
about.
there and search and do Google searches
Yeah.
to find people.
Yeah, and people like her need to be known.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is talent right here,
Yes, yes. I'm going
You
to look
know?
up all these people.
not auto tune. The next person is Piri Tomas. Piri Tomas. Piri Tomas is widely known for his title work, Down These Mean Streets, a memoir that documents his experience with Cuban and Puerto Rican in the neighborhood of Spanish Harlem in New York City. In this piece, he confronts a lot of issues he faced authentically and in depth. This provided him with insight on the black Latinos of his community and the struggles they dealt with. Later in his life, Tomas continued to write and engage with at-risk youth of his community. His legacy also includes playing a large role in the New Yorican movement, where he, along with other Puerto Rican artists, poets, and writers, fought to instill pride in the Puerto Ricans of New York City. He was 83 years old when he died back in 2011.
Wow.
Esta es tuya, esta es tuya.
Okay, we got Mr. Yankees, as you say. And you have to give it to me, right? I'm a Mets fan. Mariano Rivera.
Yeah.
As a reliever for the New York Yankees, he became famous for his impressive pitching statistics. During this time with the Major League Baseball, Rivera went down in history as a leader in saves and games finished. He played for a total of 19 seasons and was an All-Star 13 times, and he won the World Series 5 times.
Yeah.
In 2019, Rivera was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame and became the first player in the Hall's history to be elected unanimously. So that means every single writer voted for him. And
That's crazy, right?
That's the first. No one's ever done that.
That's amazing. Well, there you have it for Black History Month. It's almost over. You know, celebrate, embrace
Yes.
your roots,
Yes.
your ancestry. And
I mean, celebrate it throughout the season, throughout the year.
throughout the year,
Yeah,
yeah.
throughout the entire year, you know.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes growing up, you kind of almost are made to feel that you have to hide it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Well, but it's funny. Where we grew up,
Yeah.
the projects, we didn't. Fulano wasn't our black friend that lived on the fourth floor.
Right. He was
Fulano
just
was
my
our friend that lived on the fourth
Right.
floor.
Right.
Break his
Right.
We don't go, oh, the
Right.
Cuban guy or the Puerto Rican. No,
Right.
no, he's my
Right.
friend.
Right. That's the thing I loved about our neighborhood, Douglas Projects, where we grew up.
That was the best
Is
projects
that-
around.
We had such an eclectic group of friends.
Yes.
And we all protected. We even created a gang once, and we wore the same color Lee jeans. It was maroon.
Yeah, I remember.
I think this was Tony Brown's idea.
Tony Brown. Wow, yeah.
And we had Izod shirts, and we just looked out for each other. And
Yeah, yeah.
We even fought amongst each other.
Oh, of course.
You know,
Listen, we
fist
fight in
fighting
the morning, in
everything.
the afternoon we're having lunch together.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
hanging out with I used to like when they bought the new refrigerators.
Yeah.
The big boxes. We made the clubhouses.
Yeah, that's
We
funny.
made the clubhouses.
That's funny. The stick
Anybody who had a
balls.
couple of pennies, whenever we go buy candy or whatever,
Yeah,
and we hung out. We had a good time.
we did have a good
Yeah,
time.
me and Jose, that lived in my building, we would fight in the morning, and in the afternoon we were playing Skellies again.
Yeah, that's
You
the
know,
way it was.
That's the way it was, man.
That's the
You know,
way it was.
you don't hold grudges. We didn't know what a grudge was.
Nah.
You know,
No,
and then
good
it
times.
Was, yeah, we had some great times.
Good
man. Too bad
times.
it's downhill fast. It was like going off the cliff.
Now it's like you walk around there, and then the kids that are there now, they kind of look down on you.
They don't
But
have
they
any
don't.
respect.
They have no respect. They don't know that you're the OG from the neighborhood.
Exactly.
They don't know
We're
that.
the OGs.
But they
Exactly.
look down on us like they're gonna do something. I'm like, no, 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 no.
But
Wait
you know
a
what's
minute.
funny? When me and my brother Nelson will go visit my grandmother,
Yeah,
we walk. We usually park it on Columbus Avenue,
yeah,
and then walk to 860.
yeah,
And people look at us and think we popo. People start walking into the buildings. They start
Yeah.
get, and we just keep walking
yeah.
right in. We don't bother with anybody.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll see some people that we knew from back then and stuff like that. But
Even the parents used to protect all the kids
of
of the
course.
neighborhood. I remember, I'm not going to mention names, but one mom from 55 who lived on the first floor, she had an issue with another lady from Manhattan Avenue. And so the lady from Manhattan Avenue came with her friends to fight our neighbor from 55. And she came out with her friends from 55 and from your building
That's
with a
right.
bat. And they were like standing off with each other. I'm like, what am I
Yeah.
watching here? I think I had like an apple juice or something while I was watching.
But you know, but I saw one up in in your building, 865,
Yeah.
where this lady, I'm gonna say it was a black lady and two Latinas.
Yeah.
Something was going on, but as we're getting there, that's when a fight broke out. So both of them thought they could jump the other one.
Right.
The other one picked up a stick and, oh my God, she beat both of them down, bro. I said, oh man, we gotta
You
go.
know
we gotta go.
what? I'm not for nothing, but I enjoyed seeing women fight around the neighborhood growing up.
Yeah, but you know what's funny?
Hey.
They didn't do the brutality that they do now. They were fighting a couple
No,
slaps here
it
and
was
there,
just
blah, blah, blah,
fight
and
with fist fights and everything. But
Yeah.
now,
oh, forget about it. You got guns, you got knives, you got their
Nah.
friends just jumping in and stuff.
yeah, especially the Latina women fighting, and the mother would scream out, "Cógele las tetas!"
Allá, muérdela, muérdela. that was crazy.
That
man.
was fun.
crazy.
That was crazy.
All right, what are we gonna move on to next?
Let's talk about Cuba.
Oh, the
Yeah.
60 years after the U.S. embargo. Go ahead, you start
Yeah,
off.
man. So here, Havana nestled. Well, we're talking about how things have not changed after
Right.
the embargo, and how Obama lightened things up a little bit.
He
you know?
did. He actually was gonna end it.
Right. And but when Trump came into place, he tightened it. He went back. He reversed it, and he made it even tighter,
it tighter.
to the point that even cruise ships are not allowed to embark there.
Right.
For
from
the day.
from the U.S.
From
but
the
you know,
US.
but everybody else, you could have gone to Cuba before we were allowed to go to Cuba. You could have
Yeah.
gone from Mexico,
Oh, yeah.
Canada,
Yeah.
Europe, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, but
Because right now, there's a story about this DJ out in Cuba named DJ Molano, 33 years old, who says that he's practically blocked from any application to be able to upgrade his DJ equipment, to specifically record box, the platform he needs to mix samples, as he can't get protected virtual network for his music Mac computer. I have no way of buying it.
Wow.
I have the money in the bank, but you can't use Cuban bank cards to buy online.
wow,
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
you're handcuffed basically.
you are, and the thing is that this whole thing was done to attack the government, but it's attacking the people of Cuba.
Anytime you go in to attack a government or whatever, we know who suffers.
Yeah,
It's the people. It's his own people.
Yeah, like right now, he says when he logs into PayPal in Cuba, you're greeted with a message: access denied. On
Wow.
Amazon, you're unable to process this order. Try downloading an app on Apple App Store, unavailable in the country or region in
you're
your
in.
area.
Wow.
You know, software developer Eduardo Perez, 27, lost all the programming he had done for his university thesis a few years ago, when the source code repository GitLab suddenly restricted access from Cuba. He spent months rewriting the code before access was restored.
Wow.
So, I mean, and I do keep in touch with people out there in Cuba. We talk like maybe once a month.
Yeah, I
And-
had some friends on Facebook that were from there, but I haven't heard from them again. I
It's-
guess maybe they
it's-
got blocked también.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
rough.
sad.
out there.
It's really sad because you have a lot of talent that
You
comes
have
out
a
of Cuba.
lot of talent.
Athletes, musicians,
Yeah.
DJs, poets,
Yeah.
teachers.
Some of the best doctors out
Yes, yes, because they're taught in Cuba and also they're taught abroad.
there. Yeah.
They send them. They used to send them to Germany, I think it was, or South America, algo así,
Yeah.
and to learn out there. And they came back, and it's funny. Cuba had one of the lowest deaths per birth per cap of anywhere in the world.
Mhm.
They had like maybe 2 per 100,000 children born that were and only
Yeah.
like 2 were born dead.
Yeah.
And in the United States, it's like in double digits.
Yeah.
Everywhere
Yeah.
else is double digits.
Right.
And they took care of their people.
Right.
They
And
made
as
do with what
far
they had.
as far as the COVID situation, the pandemic, the lockdown, Cuba has the most vaccinated people anywhere,
Yeah.
and the least deaths in Cuba.
Because remember now, it was restricted to go there.
Yeah.
And once this thing happened,
Yeah.
it was easy just to lock it up.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when I went to Cuba, I was amazed
jealous of
as it was amazing.
I'm dying to go to Cuba, man.
It was amazing, the architect and the cars, but it looks good from a tourist's point of view, you know. But the Cubans there are stuck in a time warp,
Oh yes.
you know. So
yes.
they're suffering.
Yes.
You know, they're not gaining anything, and the way it works is when we got there, there's something called CUC, cook. That's the money that they use. That's the rich people money, that according to them. And then they
Okay.
got the pesos, the Cuban money.
Right.
So the cook is, it's $1 US dollar. But they're even changing that and now sticking to the US peso. I mean, to the Cuban peso. And it's just getting stricter and stricter and stricter.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
You know, and
lifted already.
They can't even depend in La Habana. They can't depend on natural resources like the mountainside.
No. And the
know.
thing is, every time they have a storm, the storm is depleting their soil where they grow the best cigars.
Yeah,
So what I did in the Dominican Republic,
yeah,
they bought metric tons
Yeah.
of that soil and mixed it with the Dominican soil.
right.
That's why the Dominican Republic has some great cigars.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Pero-
they had to buy it because their soil is going.
Yeah.
And there was at one point that you couldn't find food anywhere.
Yeah, and right now, nobody pays rent. Nobody pays rent in Cuba.
They have no money.
Pero at the same time, the government doesn't help them fix their homes.
No, what for?
You know.
Because they don't have to live there.
Right. So when we were there, we visited the family that we stay in touch with now. They have broken windows that they got to live with for
Yes.
years. They have holes in the ceiling. So when that hurricane passed by a couple of years
forget it.
ago, they had to suffer through that.
It takes the rest of it away.
The government will not fix anything.
Why would the government have to? Because they don't have to live in that.
Right.
So they're tucked away in their strongholds and
Yeah.
safe houses or whatever you want to call it whenever a storm comes in and stuff. Nathan Thomas, he goes, yeah, you never hear about a kid shooting up a school in Cuba.
No, they're very
Oh,
strict out there.
Yes, they are.
They're very
Yes.
strict. And the good thing about Cuba is that Castro put an end to racism out there.
Yeah,
He's one that embraced the Afro-Cubanos,
of course. You have to.
you know, and not to mention that practically all the Cubanos out there are Santeros.
Yeah.
Santeros here, Santeros
Yeah,
there.
you're not lying, you're not lying.
Yoruba is
And-
a huge religion in Cuba.
You know, one of the reasons why Cuba doesn't want to become a democracy,
Why is that?
because if you look at what happens to democracy sometimes,
Yeah.
it goes downhill. They think they got a good thing going, the people who have money.
Right.
But now, you could restrict people from coming to your country, but you can do business with other countries.
Right.
When they had Russia, they had everything. They were getting everything from Russia.
Yeah.
When Russia ceased to
Yeah.
become a communist country, they
Yeah.
went to cash cow.
Yeah.
Ahí se fue el dinero.
See, I mean, it's rough because I feel bad for the family that lived there, because my whole wish for them is to
Right.
bring them here, but they can't come. They're in a lottery system right now in hopes that they do.
In Cuba?
No, here. There's a
Oh.
system
Oh,
where
to go
they,
and visit.
No, to bring them from Cuba here.
To bring family
They
members.
have
Okay.
to register, and so they're right now in the lottery system, which is going to be announced sometime in the summer.
Okay.
Hopefully they get it. Pero, we've tried our part by boxing foods and everything and sending them to them. Do you know that when they got their food, I mean, we sent them like 3-4 boxes. It costed like over $100 a box here.
Right.
When they got it over there, they were charged. The post office was charging them in Cuba $147 to take out their own mail.
Wow.
What we delivered to them,
Wow.
and they didn't have that money, But
So they lose that basically.
Well, yeah, but thank
Or
God
you gotta
they
split it up.
Yeah, they got it somehow because the person I'm talking about, she's friends with somebody in the post office, so he hooked her up.
Okay.
Pero this just goes to show you what the Cuban people in Cuba are going through.
Right.
So they,
now, if
so
the
they,
government doesn't want
they double dipping then, right?
out,
They are
exactly,
double
dipping. You ain't lying.
They are double dipping.
If you want to keep Cuba the way it is,
Yeah.
let us keep helping the ones who don't have.
Right.
Let us keep
Right.
doing that.
Right.
And let them have a small voice.
Yeah.
You can if for you your ultimate end game is control.
Yeah.
You can have your control.
Yeah.
But just don't keep it too tight.
Yeah.
You know, let them
Yeah.
have a little bit of voice.
Right. And the thing about the people here that have gone to Cuba, because I've spoken to quite a few people, people have such good hearts. You know, when we pack our suitcases, people take an extra suitcase with clothes, with food, and they just give it to whoever needs it out there.
I did.
You know, in my case, if I were to ever go again, I have a specific family who I would like to give it
Okay.
to because they have nothing.
Wow.
They've been living on eggs and rice for, I don't know, who could live on eggs and rice
Cholesterol.
for months and months and months. They don't even have bare ass, no, I don't even know if they have that out there. Pero pastillas de dolor de cabeza, none of that.
Well, all they could do is what people send. If people send, because you could send humanitarian
You can.
packages and stuff.
Yeah, but they're going to charge you.
Yeah, that's the
The
thing.
post
What
office
you gotta
charges
do
you.
is you gotta open up one of the canisters,
Yeah.
empty it out, y poner chavo dentro de ahí.
You
Say,
know?
let me open it up and I give you the money.
And we were able to wire money also, but they stopped that
They
also.
stopped that too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they
I
stopped
heard
that.
that they were doing that also.
Yeah.
And the George G, he goes in China in the Chinatown in Havana is beautiful, and Cuba has acknowledged the Chino Cubanos as a legitimate race.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna send you out there to get some talent there, George.
Yo, the talent is amazing.
I'm sure.
Amazing
But
in
look
Cuba.
look at those cars from the 1950s.
Yeah.
They don't make parts. These people mill these parts.
Yeah.
They make them.
Yeah.
Out of pictures
Yeah.
of the old part, and
Yeah.
they make these parts.
Yeah, these cars are doing
Unbelievable,
things
man.
today
Unbelievable.
in Cuba that they were made to do.
Yes.
You know, so
yes.
they still inventaron.
But you know, it's funny also. I saw, you know, like when they running the caña, the sugarcane trains.
Yeah.
They have these old steam engine locomotives, but they have so many holes you can see right through them.
Yeah.
And they still run.
Yeah.
Still running.
Yeah. So, I mean, I want to give a shout out to Odalis and Diana de Cuba, my family out there. I love you guys. Hang in there. God has a plan.
Yes, he does.
You know, please do not give up. God has a plan.
That's right.
Um,
Dios no deja a nadie atrás.
exacto. She said because they hardly get internet service out there. So when they do, she logs into the show,
Ah.
the repeats that is.
Right.
She said she was going to check it out. We were communicating earlier today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pero, you know, it is what it is. But when you get a chance, go to Cuba.
Go
to Cuba.
I'm dying to go to Cuba.
You know what? But when we went for 9 days. That was a lot. Because you kind of eventually kind of feel trapped.
Yeah.
You know, you feel like you feel
You can feel like eyes smack
like
you in the
you're
back of the
not
head.
even in close to Florida or wherever. You feel like you're in
90
the
miles,
other part
man.
of the planet.
90 miles to Florida, bro. That's so close. So close.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful place to visit. Anyway,
You want to talk about the judge?
yeah, the judge. Did we
talk about it
that?
already?
We did.
Oh, we
Well,
did.
Wait, but we do have some information about a model, a Victoria's Secrets model.
Oh, yes.
No,
No. I can't understand your writing.
My chicken scratch.
Yeah.
So, there's a first Victoria's Secret model. You said 22 years old, right?
22 years old.
22 years old, Puerto Rican with Down syndrome, Sofia Hirao. She launched her modeling career in 2019 in Puerto Rico alongside her online store Alave, based on a bilingual play on words of her favorite phrase, I love it. Alave, I love it, get it? Anyway, check her out. Her name
That's
is
how
Sofia.
Puerto Ricans say I love it.
I love it. Sofia Hirao, Down syndrome
Yes.
model, beautiful body.
Adorable.
Yeah.
Too young for me, though, but.
And yeah, check out her interviews and stuff. And she's doing great things. Congratulations, Sofia Hirao.
Yes. Congratulations to you and mucho éxito and pa'lante boricua.
Pa'lante Boricua.
Okay, let's what else we want to talk about?
Let's talk about our guest for next Wednesday.
Oh, for next week, yeah. We
Yeah.
got from Chubano Records.
Yeah.
George G will be here. And he'll be here with his cousin, I believe, and his business partner in the in the music business, the record business.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about him and how we met. I worked with him in at RMM, and we're gonna have some interesting stories.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna talk about
We'll have some fun times.
Latino, Chino
Chino
Latinos
Cubanos
or Chino Cubanos,
or Chino Latinos, yeah.
Chino Latinos,
In
and
general.
he also sent me a link today of a Puerto Rican Chinese restaurant out in Puerto Rico, where they do egg rolls with pork and cabbage.
Oh, that's interesting.
I mean, almost sounds like the stuff they do here, but
Yeah,
over
but
there
you
has a
got
different
pork.
taste.
You got oh,
The
everything
chunks
is-
of
is fresh.
yeah, and it's very interesting because I years ago when I went one of my trips to Puerto Rico, I saw that there was a Chinese restaurant, and I'm like, a Chinese restaurant. So I go in, Chinese people, and I expected them to speak English. They spoke to me in better Spanish
Yes.
than I could ever speak.
Yes.
Accent and everything.
That's how I bugged out when I went to when I was younger. Went to La Tatita de Oro when
Yeah.
I lived on the west side. I go in there and you got these Chino Cubanos talking in Spanish. He's like, I said, "Tío, am I in the right place?" And it was fun. It was great,
Yeah.
and the food was awesome. Man.
No, it is awesome.
That's what happens when you make food with love.
Yeah. They use
They
na-
use
Napa
Napa cabbage.
Napa cabbage, yes.
That's like the high end uptown cabbage there, George. I would say, is that from Napa Valley or just the name Napa? That's
No, definitely. We're going to have him here. We're going to talk about his career at RMM. We're going to talk about Chinese migration in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the restaurants that his family
And
owns.
George's worked in he's worked in salsa, freestyle, merengue, hip hop. George
Yeah.
is diverse. He's got a
Yeah.
lot of good stories.
Yeah.
He's got a lot
So-
of good people around, in his journey, and not so good people. But
Yeah, it's part of the industry.
absolutely, this is
You
the
know,
biggest cutthroat industry there
It's
is.
part of the industry. And man, can I write a book? I tell you.
You should.
Like
You
I
should write a book. At least mention my name. My childhood neighborhood friend, the hairy Johnny, Napa Valley. All right, George was right. I was right.
Napa
Okay, I
Valley.
got something right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a good show.
It's going to be a good show, yeah.
Georgie, we look forward to seeing you, and we'll see you this weekend.
Yeah, yeah, we're going out to dinner.
Yeah, we're gonna go out
right?
to dinner, and
And just chill
we
out and
won't tell
talk.
you where because we don't want our fans to come flocking. And
I know.
disrupt
We
it,
need
you
our
know?
privacy. No paparazzi.
Yeah, exactly. I bugged out when I saw George speaking Spanish. I said, "Oh shit, go ahead, whipa." And one thing I'm gonna say, we used to love it when he goes, "Yo, what are we gonna eat?" "Yo, George, order some Chinese food." He and they, and we get some good food. It's yeah.
I wonder if we should get some food for next Wednesday.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, we'll figure it out. We got a week.
Yeah, maybe not. We're just
Yeah,
we're
maybe.
just gonna shoot the breeze.
Yeah, we get some pictures of food and we put up on the wall.
No, it's gonna be a good. It's gonna be
Yeah, it's gonna be a good show. Good show. So, what else we got? Any bochinche around?
a good show. No bochinche that I know of. You know, just can't wait till the winter's gone, man. I'm just so done with it. I'm so done with.
I
You know
think we
what?
turned the corner as far as the weather.
I think I'm just done with the north.
Yeah,
You know, I'm so done with the north. I want.
Mira, Florida's gonna turn. It's gonna turn blue. Florida's gonna turn
You
blue,
think?
bro. Yes, it's gonna turn blue. People getting sick of DeSantis, man.
Yeah.
They're getting sick of it because you know what? And you know also, in the bigger cities, they're mostly Democrats.
Yeah. This is
You know?
true.
You got a whole bunch of Puerto Ricans that came there after the hurricane,
Yeah.
and they're tired of that crap because they went through that. They went through it with the with the orange haze over there,
Right.
and they came here and it's like, bro, watch, you're gonna see. And
That would be.
Florida could always flip flop because remember, Obama won Florida.
He did win Florida.
He won Florida. Florida, they classify it sometimes as a purple state, blue and red,
Yeah.
because you can swing either way.
Right.
That's why it's a swing state. It's a very important state.
No, you did say you plan on moving. There.
Look at Manny. He goes 70s down here. So what?
70. And it's what, 30 something degrees right now?
Yeah. Well,
And guess what? Tomorrow's going to be 67 degrees.
yeah, but then a lot of rain overnight Thursday into Friday.
Really?
Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of rain. You lucky it's not cold because if we're looking at 2 inches of
Damn.
rain in this thing here, if it was cold, for every inch of rain is 10 inches of snow.
Yeah.
So if we had 2 inches of rain, we would have gotten 20 inches of snow.
Well, you know what?
I would have loved that.
I have a photo shoot this Thursday tomorrow after
After
I'm
work?
done with. Yep. So let that rain not come until I'm already in bed.
Oh yeah, George goes here. Yeah, we forgot to mention Rafa Mercado himself, is an Afro Latino.
Ralph Mercado,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. Dominican and Puerto Rican.
Is he Dominican and Puerto Rican?
Yeah, yeah. I
Yes.
think I don't know if it was his mother Dominican or Puerto Rican or vice versa with the father. I'm not
Yeah.
sure, but he was half and half.
Yeah.
You go, Manny goes close to 80 tomorrow. Yo, Manny, you want to get banned from this channel, bro? We'll kick you out, bro.
That is
That's all
funny.
right. He lives in North Carolina. They don't know what type of weather they're gonna get from one day to the next. Sometimes.
Yeah.
They don't get snow too much. They get ice, which is even
Ice.
scarier.
No, that's great. I mean, so yeah, and would you ever consider Puerto Rico moving there?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, because island is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
No, because we're not going to be able to live in a good. I'm not saying there's no bad areas in Puerto Rico, but not in an area that I would probably want to live because
Right.
it's getting bought up by all these rich people. Look at the poor people that did when we talked about last week. That building that overlooks the ocean. I forgot which city it was. The guy buys the building for $1 million and kicks everybody out because they're only paying $600 $600 a month in rent. He said, "I can get more for this."
This is ridiculous.
And these people are actually they have to the end of March
Yeah.
to leave. Nowhere to go. These people worked their whole life. 2 of them moved from New York back to Puerto Rico after they retired to live out their dream. And mira,
And
now they don't know where they're gonna go.
And then another Caucasian couple that bought a house, and the beach was right behind them, and they saw a couple of natives there, and
Yeah.
they yelled at them. This is private
Yeah.
property. This
Oh
is
yeah. Oh, that's a big protest.
That's
going
a
on
big
over there.
protest.
And you know what they did? Oh, you really? Now they got the protest over there, and they're having a big old salsa party.
They have a big paranda going on
That's
because
right.
there are no private beaches in
right.
Puerto Rico.
That's
It's
right.
all public
Mess
beach.
around and find out.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
all
So,
public beaches.
so Karen picked the wrong one. She
Yes,
picked
yes.
the wrong
Bunch of Karens over there, but
island.
we got stronger ones over here in Puerto Rico. When you're going to mess with somebody's livelihood and somebody's life,
Yeah,
ten cuidado.
yeah.
Ten cuidado.
George says, when I retire, I hope to move to Arizona. Arizona, interesting.
Yeah, he spent some time over there.
Interesting. I went to Arizona last year when I went to Las Vegas.
Okay.
Took a trip out to Arizona and did a day or two out there. Really nice. I just don't know how people can live out there in the summer so
But
hot.
the thing is, now in Flagstaff, they have the 4 seasons.
Yeah.
It's not as extreme as it is here in the winter and stuff, but they'll get snow once in a while
Yeah.
and stuff. It'll get cold, but they have their 4 seasons. Once you get up to Flagstaff, but you live in the south, of course,
Yeah.
you're gonna be at home all the time because of the heat. But then again, I guess you get used to it.
Well, I don't know, man, because I tell you, when I went to Las Vegas, it was 117 degrees. And
That's
it was
nuts.
just dry
nuts.
heat.
Yeah, and he goes, "Oh yeah, it's not so bad. It's dry. No, you burn your nose when you breathe. it's like you're inhaling fire.
Your hair's burned. Your
Yeah,
hair's
don't
singed.
sneeze because you're gonna burn somebody."
Yeah, that's out of
Carmen said,
control.
Oaxaca. Yeah, that's it. In Puerto Rico, that place I was telling you about.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Where the building was
And,
bought up by
and the
this?
thing is, it was like on a hill,
Yeah.
and you look out the window and you see the ocean, man.
Man, that's a
the
shame.
most beautiful views, and you're paying $600. Why couldn't the guy just say, "Listen, I bought the building, but I got to raise the rent"? 200.
And I wonder who's he moving into that building now.
Oh, he's turning into freaking the biggest Airbnb. That's what they're doing in Puerto Rico. They're buying these buildings and turning them into Airbnb. So how the hell are we going to work for your Airbnb when we don't even know where we're going to live?
And
You
so
know?
what is the government out there doing about this?
They
Nada.
keep doing it because
They're
they keep
getting-
bringing it
it's
in.
it's all
He
about
goes,
the money.
Oh, no, they're creating jobs. How are you going to create a job for someone who's homeless?
Right. You're
Gotta
not
have an
creating
address.
jobs. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
people. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it, man. And
Yeah.
they're gonna, and this that's a law that was instituted several years ago, and I forgot which governor or this is not done by the United States government. This is done by the Puerto Rican government.
Yeah.
They're the ones that instituted this to get money flowing into their pockets because it's not coming to the people.
Right.
You know, if you're gonna come in, let's say you're paying 10% of your taxes in the United States. Okay, you'll pay 5 or maybe 3%. But you gotta contribute. You can't go in there for free and
Yeah.
buy up all this stuff and not pay a dime in taxes. Not loco. They're
Yeah,
lucky.
yeah.
I'm not the governor.
They're getting away with a lot. And
Yes.
Puerto Ricans are gonna. They're not going to.
It's
settle
gonna
for
be
that.
Puerto Rico without Puerto Ricans,
That's.
bro.
That's insane.
Yeah, it is. And like Carmen says, it's a shame that this is happening, and the U.S. is not going to intervene because Puerto Rico is a cash cow.
Yeah.
With the Jones Act and everything.
Yeah.
It's a cash cow. There's no way in the world Puerto Rico is going to become a state. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. It's going to remain Commonwealth, and it's not
Yes.
going to be independent either.
No,
It's definitely
because
not gonna be independent.
it's too militarily strategic for the United States.
Yeah.
Because if they go independent, that means they can have any other country that wants to help out Puerto Rico and ship stuff directly or whatever, and say, oh, yeah, listen, how about we put a base up here?
Yeah, right.
Protection.
Like they
U.S.
do
is not
with
going to have that.
Vieques.
You kidding me?
Yeah,
Puerto
they
Rico's
already
going to stay
tried
the same way it is, which is sad. Breaks my heart, man.
Yeah.
Pero,
Oh, Carmen says USA shame that this is happening.
yeah,
It's
a
true.
shame. It's a shame.
It is a
It's a
shame.
shame. But, what they're going to do, they don't care about us.
But hey, like I always said, people buy up your own properties. Go back to Puerto Rico, buy up your own properties. I'm happy to say that I know some friends that are actually going back and they bought condos.
Good.
They bought condos. I mean, I think that's the safest thing to buy out there, as opposed to a house.
Own your land, even if you own the land, because
Yeah.
no one, who's going to come in there with eminent domain?
Yeah,
You better come through
yeah,
because you're gonna get shot. If you're gonna take my life away from me, I'm gonna take yours first.
yeah, yeah. I'm glad that we have a house out there in Ponce. Left by my grandfather. Pero, nada. Listen, people. We had a good show today, and we're almost out of time.
Yes.
My name is Javier Luis.
And this is Johnny Boricua Prince
Almost
Dones.
forgot
I
your
forgot
name.
my own name.
This is El Latino Rudio. Mi gente, we'll
Se la
see
vejé.
you next Wednesday with our guest, George G.
George KG
George
of
KG.
Cubano Records.
Yes, mi gente. Stay safe. Enjoy tomorrow's weather. It's going to be excellent.
For the
and
most
have
part.
a great weekend. And then we'll see you next Wednesday,
Yep,
right?
Yep. Pa'lante.
Pa'lante, mi gente. I'll see you next weekend.
Ciao, Bella.
Por amor, soy de ti y seré